Have you ever wondered if someone close to you might be dealing with more than meets the eye? We all have our ups and downs, but sometimes those close to us could be battling concealed depressive feelings that aren't immediately obvious. Today, we're diving deep into the realm of mental health to uncover 10 hidden signs that someone might be silently struggling with depressive emotions. If you find this information valuable, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our insightful content. Now let's get started. Number 10, the veil of self-critique. We all have moments of self-doubt, questioning our choices and abilities. But what about when these doubts become a constant stream of negative self-talk, a never-ending barrage of self-criticism? This relentless inner critic can often be an integral part of concealed depression. Imagine their thoughts as a courtroom where their every action is put on trial. The judge is their inner critic, passing harsh judgments and issuing unforgiving sentences. This constant self-evaluation can be suffocating, magnifying every perceived flaw and mistake. It's like they're trapped in a cycle of self-blame, unable to see themselves through a compassionate lens. Number 9, the weighty changes. Weight changes are a natural part of life, influenced by various factors such as diet, exercise, and genetics. But what about when these changes are sudden and drastic, seemingly unrelated to any external circumstances? For those dealing with concealed depression, significant weight fluctuations can be a silent indicator of their emotional struggles. Imagine their emotions as a pendulum, swinging between extremes of overeating and undereating. Some might seek solace in food, using it as a temporary escape from their emotional pain. Others might find their appetite disappearing altogether as their internal turmoil suppresses their desire to eat. It's like their emotional roller coaster is reflected in their physical being. Number 8, the sleepless nights. Have you ever spent a night tossing and turning, your mind refusing to quiet down? Now imagine facing this every single night, with your thoughts racing like a never-ending marathon. Insomnia, the inability to fall asleep or stay asleep, can be a common companion of concealed depressive feelings. Picture their thoughts as a carousel, spinning relentlessly, refusing to stop even when the amusement park is closing down. The quiet of the night becomes a battleground where their internal struggles play out in the form of restlessness. It's like their mind is a theater, and the curtains won't close on the worries and anxieties that demand the spotlight. Number 7, the battle for concentration. We've all experienced moments when our minds seem to wander off like a mischievous child darting away from our grasp. But for someone grappling with concealed depressive feelings, this difficulty in focusing can become a relentless battle. It's like their thoughts are tangled in a web, making it hard to zero in on any task. Imagine trying to read a book while a storm rages outside. The thunder of negative thoughts and the lightning of self-doubt can be incredibly distracting. It's not that they're not interested or capable, it's just that their mind is preoccupied with inner struggles that demand their attention. Number 6, the story of unexplained aches. Think about the last time you had a headache or a backache. You probably attributed it to stress, lack of sleep, or poor posture. But what if the physical pain persisted, even when there seemed to be no logical reason for it? Believe it or not, unexplained physical symptoms like these can be manifestations of concealed depression. Imagine their emotional pain as a river flowing through their body, causing ripples of discomfort and pain in its wake. It's like their inner turmoil is finding a way to escape, seeping into their physical being. These aches and pains are their body's way of crying out for help, a silent plea for their emotional struggles to be acknowledged. Number 5, the disappearing act. Have you ever had a friend who used to be the life of the party but has gradually faded into the background? They were the ones who'd light up the room with their presence, but now they decline invitations and prefer the solace of solitude. This withdrawal from social interactions can often be a telltale sign of concealed depressive feelings. Imagine their emotions as a torrential rainstorm, too intense to be shared with others, so they seek shelter in their own company. They might feel disconnected from the world around them, struggling to muster the energy to engage in social interactions. It's not that they don't want to be around people, it's just that their internal battles have left them emotionally drained. Number 4, the masked fatigue. We all experience fatigue from time to time, after a long day, a challenging workout, or a sleepless night. But what about when someone you know seems to be perpetually exhausted, even if they've had a full night's sleep? This kind of unrelenting fatigue could be an indication of concealed depressive feelings weighing them down. Imagine carrying around a heavy backpack filled with rocks, each rock representing a negative thought, an unspoken worry, a suppressed emotion. As they move through life, this invisible burden takes a toll on their energy levels, making even the simplest tasks feel like monumental feats. So if you notice someone who seems to be dragging themselves through their days, it might be more than just physical tiredness. It could be their mind struggling to bear the weight of concealed emotions. Number 3, the enigma of irritability. We all have our moments of irritability, those times when small inconveniences seem to set us off like a ticking time bomb. But what about when someone's irritability becomes a constant companion, lurking just beneath the surface? You might find yourself walking on eggshells around them, unsure of what might trigger their next outburst. This heightened irritability, however, can often be a symptom of something deeper, concealed depressive feelings. Think of it as their emotions being wound up like a spring, ready to snap at the slightest provocation. It's not that they want to be irritable, it's just that their emotional reservoir is so filled with turmoil that any additional stressors become unbearable. Number 2, the master of distraction. Have you ever encountered someone who always seems to have a million things on their plate? They're perpetually busy, juggling tasks and activities, as if they're on a mission to avoid any moment of stillness. This constant business might seem productive, but it's often a tactic to keep their minds from wandering into the depths of their concealed depressive emotions. For them, distraction is a lifeline, a way to escape the overwhelming thoughts that threaten to engulf them. Engaging in endless activities, be it work, hobbies, or errands, serves as a protective shield against the storm of negative emotions that rages within. It's like they're afraid of what they might discover if they paused for a moment of introspection. Number 1, the smile that fades too quickly. We've all come across that friend who seems to have a smile that doesn't quite reach their eyes. They might flash a grin, but the light in their eyes dims almost instantaneously. It's as if their happiness is merely a facade, a cover-up for the emotional turbulence brewing beneath the surface. A genuine smile radiates from the heart, and it's effortlessly reflected in the eyes. When someone's smile dissipates faster than a passing cloud, it's a subtle signal that they're grappling with concealed depressive feelings. Think about it, when you're genuinely happy, your whole face lights up, and that joy shines through. But for those battling hidden depression, their smile is a mere mask they put on to blend in with the crowd. Pay close attention to these fleeting moments. They could be your cue to reach out and offer your support, because often it's the quiet cries for help that are the most significant. Conclusion. And there you have it, a deep dive into the hidden signs of concealed depressive feelings. Remember, these signs might not always be easy to spot, but by cultivating awareness and empathy, we can create a space where those struggling with hidden depression feel seen and supported. If you found this video enlightening, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And of course, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on our thought-provoking content. Until next time, stay kind, stay compassionate, and take care of yourselves and each other.